Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to Beginners Pilates. My name's Jenny Marie. So today's session we're going to focus on exercises to strengthen and tone through the lower abs and the waist. So I'm going to teach today's session at two different levels. So level 1 is for those of you that are beginners to Pilates and also new to exercise. And level 2 is for those of you that are new to Pilates but you already have some core strength from doing other types of core exercises or strength training. So we're going to come on down onto our back to start with. All you need is a mat or a soft floor. So we're going to focus a lot on our technique and precision today so that we can really activate through those correct muscles to strengthen and tone. Okay, so we're going to start with our feet together and our knees bent, holding on underneath our hamstrings and starting off sitting nice and tall. So lengthening up through the crown of the head, tuck the chin in and just bring the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to slowly roll down onto our back. So really slowly, one vertebrae at a time, stay holding on underneath the legs. Eyes down a little bit. Tuck the chin in and we're going to slowly roll all the way down. So using those core muscles. Well done. And then bending our knees, bringing our feet hip distance, and this is our set position for Pilates. So we're going to start with our shoulders back and down away from our ears. Hands onto the hip bones. Feet to hip distance. Spread your toes out and keep your feet nice and straight. So watch your toes aren't turned out to the side or inwards. Let's take a little tilt of the pelvis up and down. So we're going to start with a big movement and then gradually getting smaller until we find that position in the middle where our hip bones are flat and we've got a natural curve in our lower backs. So once we're there, we're going to take some deep breaths. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. I want to keep looking up at the ceiling, tuck the chin in a little bit, keep those shoulders back and down. And we need to breathe really wide and deep into the ribs, and that's going to help activate through those deep core muscles and the pelvic floor. I want you to think about lifting up through the pelvic floor. And then gently drawing belly button into spine like you're putting on a tight belt. And then exhale and let about half of that tension go. So there is a lot of different things to focus on in Pilates. So today I want you to focus mainly on your technique, so where your feet and your arms are, and then you can start to add the breathing once you've got your technique there. So first exercise today, we're going to start with a little leg lift to tabletop. So bring the arms back down by the side. So inhaling to prepare and then exhale, right leg lifts to tabletop. So this is level 1. Alternating legs. So at the top, knees in line with hip and then knees in line with ankle. Level 2, you can bring up one foot and then the other and one at a time back down. So we want to make sure we're maintaining our neutral spine, so keeping that natural curve in the lower back as we lift the legs and as we lower them back down. So think about using those core muscles to lift and lower the legs. Keep the eye gaze up so the head's in alignment with the rest of the body. Let's take a few more of those. So just getting used to that feeling of really activating through the lower abs and the pelvic floor before we lift. Well done. Let's take one more on each leg. And then lightly landing down. Okay, we're going to set up for hundreds, which is a warm-up exercise in Pilates. So inhaling to prepare and then exhaling, float both arms up. So hands in line with shoulders. palms facing forwards. And we're going to exhale, lift chest and shoulders from the mat. Option is to bring one hand behind the head if it's not comfortable for you to keep yourself up with the arms up. And we're going to take 5 pumps of the arms, inhaling through the nose, and 5 exhaling through the mouth. So level 1, keeping both feet down onto the mat. Next level, you're going to bring one leg up, so knee in line with the hip. And again, maintaining neutral spine and breathing wide and deep into the ribs. Level 2 option, you could bring both legs up, so knees in line with hips. And if you are doing the option with just one leg up, then you can switch your legs as we go. So with your arms, check that your arms are in a straight line, fingertips together, no floppy wrists, so nice and straight and strong with the arms. Really deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So chin's tucked in slightly and you're just lifted high enough for the chest and the shoulders to be lifted up from the mats. Well done. Nice strong movement with that arm. Last few here. So if it's too much to start with, then you can start off with those feet both down, and then as you progress you can lift one or both legs. Last few here. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Lightly landing down. Okay, just take a little rest breath at the bottom there, and let's reset our posture. So just make sure you still got that neutral spine, shoulders back and down. Okay, next exercise is single leg circles. So we're going to inhale to prepare and then exhale, float the right leg up. So we want a nice long straight leg. If your hamstrings are tight, just take the leg lower as long as it's straight, and then point your toes. Keep that neutral spine, arms nice and light down by the side, and we're going to turn the toes slightly out to the side. We're going to take a little circle like we're drawing on the ceiling with our toes. So drawing that little circle, take the right foot towards the left leg, and then coming down and around. So keeping that activation, lower abs, belly button to spine, and keeping that little lift through the pelvic floor. Level 2 option, you're going to make the circle bigger, and also this left leg can start to move away from the body a little bit more, and you'll feel that you'll need to stabilize the body more then by drawing belly button into spine. So we want to make sure there's no movement here through the pelvis, through the hips. We want to keep everything nice and stable and maintain neutral spine. Keep the eye gaze up, shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to change direction with that leg. So same leg, take it away from the body, bring it down and around. Nice and slow and controlled, so we're really activating through those deep core muscles. Inhaling for half a circle and exhaling for half a circle. Great work. Well done. One more. And then lightly land that right leg down. Reset into set position. Now make sure your ribs are flat here. So we want to make sure we don't lift up through the upper back. We want to keep ribs flat. Okay, let's change legs. So left leg floats up. Point the toes. Turn the foot to the outside. And then let's take those little circles around. So keeping this other leg as still as you can. So the only movement that we have is through this top leg. So shoulders stay down, Upper back stays down. Lower back stays down. Level 2 option, straightening out that right leg a little bit more. Well done, taking one more. And then changing direction. So coming across and then around. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So if you want to check your breathing, that you're breathing wide and deep, you can bring the hands to the side of the ribs and the belly button. And just check you can feel that breath as you inhale and exhale. One more. Well done. Lightly landing down. Well done. Okay, next exercise, single leg stretch. So we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. We're going to hold the right hand just above the right ankle and the left hand just below the right knee. Straighten out the left leg. Inhale to prepare and then exhale, lift chest and shoulders from the mat. So level 1, as you switch legs, you're going to keep that other leg close to the mat. Breathe out, breathe out. So option, you could start with the head down on the mat if it's too much. Lifting up. Level 2, the other leg lifts to 45 degrees. So exhale, extend the legs, point the toes, keep the chin tucked in. Strong exhale. And feel this one through the lower abs. Then you could do the same option with the head. You could keep the head down on the mat as you build up strength through the core muscles. You'll be able to lift up for a little bit longer. And this routine is ideal to do 2 to 3 times a week to start with. And the last few, exhale. Exhale, exhale. Well done. Lightly landing feet back down. Lovely work. Okay, we're going to work the waist for our next 2 exercises. So we're going to take the arms out wide, so palms up in line with the shoulders and lifting up onto the tiptoes. I'm going to slowly drop the legs to one side as we look away from the legs. Keep the shoulder blades down, slowly back to the center, and then other side. So level 2, you're going to float the legs to tabletop. Big toes touching and a gap between the knees, same movement. So exhale, slowly lower to one side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, other side, looking away. So nice and slow and controlled. This is a lovely stretch for the back as well as strengthening for the waist. So think about using those core muscles to move and control the legs. Strong breath deep into the belly. And nice and slow and controlled. Remember, you're better off staying at level 1 with a really good technique than jumping to level 2 and then losing the technique. Because we want to be activating as many different muscles as we can, and the correct muscles that are deep down into the lower abs. Great work, well done. Last couple here. Breathing out. Breathing in. Final one. And then coming back to the center. Well done. Okay, let's set up for a crisscross, which is another one for the waist. So we're going to clasp the hands together and then bring them behind the head, keeping the elbows back. So just take a moment to take that little pelvic tilt, check your posture and alignment. elbows back. Inhale, prepare, exhale, and lift chest and shoulders. So level 1, go elbow to opposite knee, keeping that opposite foot down. So we're up on our tiptoes, exhale and inhale. Level 2, you're going to come up to tabletop. Same movement, tapping the toe down. So exhale and inhale. Strong out breath as we tap down. Really focus on lifting that opposite shoulder blade from the mat. Exhale, inhale. Great work, well done. Last few here. Let's really focus on that twist. Again, this is a good one for the back as well as the waist, because we're twisting. Exhale, inhale, one more on each side. And lightly landing down, arms down, and then floating the legs down one at a time. Great work, well done. We're going to roll over onto our front for our final exercise for today, which is our forearm plank. So we're going to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders and our knees are hip distance. When we come up, again, we're going to maintain neutral spine. So watch the lower back doesn't dip down. We're going to inhale to prepare. Hands flat down all together. And then exhale and lift the hips. So hips are in line with the shoulders. Your eye gaze is roughly between your thumbs, so your head stays in neutral as well. Level 2, pop up onto the toes. And let's focus on those deep breaths here. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Squeeze the thighs, push into the heels. If you're on level 2, heels are in line with balls of the feet. Inhale, exhale. Keep those lower abs pulled in, keep the pelvic floor lifted. 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Lovely work, well done. Knees land lightly down. Come up onto the hands, take the knees wider than the hips, big toes together, sit back into a stretch. Well done, reach through the fingertips. Fingertips round to the right side, taking that lower back stretch. And then slowly round to the other side. Well done, coming back to the center and then roll yourself up. So knees hip distance. Let's take a little stretch of the waist. So arms up and over. Reach through the fingertips and then other side. Well done, take a seat down. Great work today. Well done for completing beginners Pilates. Remember, I recommend this workout for you 2 to 3 times a week to begin with, and then you can build up to doing everyday Pilates if that works for you. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like, comment, let me know how you're getting on with this workout. Take care, thank you.